For many years, the midsize luxury sedan kingdom has been ruled by a model made by a certain German automaker known for crafting ultimate driving machines. But no monarch reigns forever, and with its successful redesign a couple years ago, the Audi A6 made it clear major shifts in the power structure were afoot. Undeniably gorgeous and arguably more enjoyable to drive than any other model in its class, the 2014 Audi A6 has what it takes to upset the hierarchy and claim the crown. So let's go ahead and check out what makes the Audi A6 a very special midsize luxury sedan. And special shout out to Nilo Audi for letting me film the all-new A6. Now as far as the styling goes on the A6, I really love the styling. And I really love the LED daytime running lights, which have a signature design to them, which I will show you in a minute. And then I really love the blacked out grille. I'm a big fan of that grille. I really love that grille a lot. I think it looks better than Lexus's spindle grille design. And to be honest, I do think this is probably the best mid-size luxury sedan as far as looks go and the styling. Now here's the key fob design for the vehicle, and you do have your Audi logo right there, and it does have chrome on it, and you do have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and your panic button. I do like the design though. Now you do have smart key access on all 4 doors, and you do have high gloss black door pillars, which give it a more premium and refined look. Power lumbar, power driver's seat with power recline, of course. Beautifully designed. Now, as you can see, the cabin design of the A6 is drop dead gorgeous. I really love this wood trim going all around. It's very high quality. And you do have push button ignition, of course. Just put your foot on the brake, hit the button to start. Now you do have an 8-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability, of course, and it works very well. It's very refined and very responsive too. And of course, putting it into reverse displays your rear view camera. And let's go ahead and cut on the lights. And the hazards too. All windows are fully automatic in the A6, of course. And let's go ahead and pop the hood, check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators, of course. HID headlights with the trendy LED daytime running lights, like I said. LED headlights are actually an option too. This one also does have the Quattro all-wheel drive system. You do have a badging logo up there. Now, under the hood of the A6, we'll find a 3-liter supercharged V6. Now, the base engine on the A6 is going to be a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo, equipped with a CVT automatic continuously variable transmission. And then you have the option of a 3-liter turbo diesel V6. A very wonderful powertrain, especially when equipped with that 8-speed automatic. Now, competitors of the A6 range from the BMW 5 Series, the Lexus GS, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and I feel like the A6 offers the best of both worlds when talking about driving dynamics and its ride comfort. Now, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class is just all about ride comfort for the most part, and it doesn't handle as well as the A6. Neither does the Lexus GS, and I know Lexus is trying to go for a more sport-oriented lineup nowadays. Now, pricing of the A6 starts at $43,100 for the 2.0T Premium, and then you can get the Quattro all-wheel drive system, which moves up to $45,200, and then you can get the 3-liter turbo, which starts at $55,100, and then the 3-liter V6 turbo diesel starts at $57,500. And you do have your Supercharged logo on the side. Now, I really do like the nice crease that goes along the sides. And then coming to the rear end, you have full LED tail lamps with LED turn signal indicators. Dual exhaust tips as well. Your A6 logo. And your 3-liter turbo logo, and the Quattro logo is right there as well. Rear window defroster, and you do have a little shark fin antenna up there. Beautifully designed. Now, EPA estimates, like I said, are 18 in the city and 27 on the highway. Total vehicle price is $59,320. And right here you do have your power windows, of course, your power mirrors, and they're heated too, power folding exterior mirrors too, and memory seat settings for 2 people. And you do have blind spot monitoring. And let's go ahead and rev up the A6 and see what kind of soundtrack she makes. Very great sounding V6. Really love the sound of that supercharger. Now, build and materials quality, of course, is excellent and exquisite inside of the A6. You have very nice soft touch materials, soft touch dash, soft touch on the upper door panel, and on the mid door panel, and of course on the armrest. But one thing I'm not noticing here is that really Audi doesn't like to put a lot of stitching anywhere. And Lexus and Mercedes and BMW sometimes even likes to put stitching on their dashboards and everything, but Audi doesn't really do that. That's what I noticed. Now, all your controls down here, you have an electronic parking brake, and this right here is to control Audi's MMI interface, which I will get to in a second. And these controls right here are to control your MMI interface as well. Now, you do have your cup holders right here too. Your center armrest, which is stitched, and it is soft touch, of course. You have a nice little storage cubby right there. 12-volt power outlet, and a little media input for Audi's interface. Now, coming up here, you do have an auto-dimming rearview mirror, your sunroof with your sunroof controls right here, garage home link, and your interior illumination lighting. Now, one gripe I do have about this interior, now it's not really about the whole interior itself, it's just a little ergonomic gripe. Now, when you put the shifter into park, it can actually get in way of the climate controls, but that is a very minor gripe that I have about the shifter. Now coming down here, you do have your AC controls, heated seats of course too, automatic climate control, dual zone. But as you can see, the shifter is definitely kind of getting in the way. And you do have your parking sensors button, your traction control too. Little storage cubby right there. Now coming to your steering wheel design and the steering wheel controls, I really do like the design of the steering wheel. It is leather wrapped too, of course. And you do have a heated steering wheel too. And all these controls over here is to control your Audi MMI interface. And these controls over here is to control your TFT display in the center screen right there. Now here's your TFT display, and it shows you much vehicle information, including your fuel economy data, of course, your Bluetooth, and you do have an integrated compass too. That's actually used on the VW Golf. I just tested out the other day. Series satellite radio too, and a digital speedometer. Now as far as the seats go, the seats are also very comfortable, very supportive too. But in this price range, I kind of expect that. Now, as far as the ride and handling go, in the handling department, I think it offers best of both worlds. The ride comfort is great, the handling is great in the A6, and much more refined than the previous generation A6. And it's one of the best handling in the class. It's even actually better handling than the 5 Series, to be honest. Now, as far as visibility goes out of the A6, it's actually pretty decent. And you can see you do have a little small window back there. And visibility, given all overall as a whole, is pretty good. And the mirrors do show quite a lot. And thank God you do have the blind spot monitoring. Now let's get to the main head unit here. Like I said, you do have Audi's MMI interface, and it's one of the best in the business. And this little button right here can actually flip down the screen and flip it up too. And basically, you have your nav, your telephone, your radio, your media, of course, Bluetooth streaming audio, USB, auxiliary, all the good stuff. And it's also controlled by this dial and the 4 little corners right here. Now let's get to the radio. Now you do have AM, FM, series satellite radio, and a CD player too. And you do also have a navigation system. And their map quality is one of the best in the business. Great rendering, superb graphics, live traffic too, and weather as well. I just love the rendering of this navigation. One of the best in the business. I just love it. And like I said, the nav is also separated into 4 corners. Like you have your destination right there, your route, your settings, and your info. So if I wanted to enter a destination, just click right here. It goes down to destination. And you can scroll through the menus, like you can go to points of interest like a gas station or places to eat, restaurants, things like that. Online destinations, you can find some online destinations. What your previous destinations were. And to enter your address, you have your favorites as well. So let's go to address and enter a destination. So I'm actually going to test out the touchpad on the zip code, and I'm going to put 95747. So let's go ahead and see if it recognizes it.
9. 5. 7. F.
Guess I kind of wrote a crummy 4 right there. I'm just going to enter it manually. And 95747 up there. And I do quite like it a lot. It's an alternate way if you don't want to use the voice recognition, or if you don't want to use the dial to put in the destination. And you can access your different presets. And as you can see, the touchpad did change. It was separated into 4 corners, little white lines that went around it. Now it went into numbers. Basically, you could set your presets right here and then touch it, access what preset you want. And you do have a jukebox as well, and like I said, you do have a SD card slot, Bluetooth streaming audio, many media options, and you do have a Wi-Fi hotspot as well. Now coming to your car, you do have Audi's Drive Select, and you do have many different drive modes. You have a comfort mode, automatic, dynamic, and individual. You could do vehicle settings, your driver assistance, including Audi's side assist, rain sensing, windshield wipers, and your parking aid, and your AC, rear cabin settings, footwell temperature, you could check if you're due for maintenance or anything like that. You also do have an owner's manual too. It's pretty neat how they have an onboard manual. You have your telephone, other info like the traffic and any traffic incidents. Your bass, treble, balance, and fader, of course. Very nice. I love Audi's MMI interface. Very great. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and shut down the A6. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the car and pop the trunk, as well as check the trunk capacity, as well as the rear seat legroom too. Now build and materials of course do follow through in the rear. Still very soft to touch on the upper door panel, mid door panel, and the armrest too. Now sitting back here, I really like the seats, very well bolstered. You do have rear air vents, automatic climate control, heated seats back here too, and dual mat pockets. Now I have to say, I actually for some reason think the A6 is a pretty good value for what you get out of it. You get many luxury features, including like the heated rear seats and the heated front seats too, of course, and the heated steering wheel, nav, all of that. Many luxury features for around $60,000, I have to say. That's not bad. And you do have very superb styling too, which I really love in this car. Alright, let's go ahead and pop the trunk. So I'm actually quite surprised how big this trunk is and how far it goes in, I have to say. It's not very wide, but it goes very far in. You do have a little storage cubby right there. Full power passenger seat with power recline. Glove box compartment, lined with felt too. Very high quality. Alrighty. So the A6 is no longer an afterthought among mid-sized luxury sedans. It rises to the top with its welcoming interior, excellent powertrains and engines, and its technology aplenty. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.